Hey guys, welcome back to another kit review. Another throwback kit review. We're going way back. Not as far as some of the kits we've done, but this one's going back to 1996. Okay, we are going to do the Ghost Rider kit by Toy Biz. Okay? Ghost Rider. I'm sure most of you know who Ghost Rider is from the movies, but long before Ghost Rider took to the silver screen, he was a comic book character from Marvel Comics, and I think he started way back in the 70s originally. And it was really, it was like, he was an anti-hero, really, in the beginning. It comes out from 1996. And the reason, again, we're doing this review, like all my other reviews, I haven't seen any of this kit yet, even though this has been around for some time now, and it is readily available on eBay. I have yet to really see a review of the kit and the parts inside, so I figure, you know, doing a service to the community, I guess. I'll buy it, and I'll be glad to show you guys, so in case you get the itch to want to build one of these kits, you can know what you're getting into, right? So again, from Marvel Comics and Toy Biz, okay, it's a level 3 kit glued together, whereas the thing from the Fantastic Four was a skill level 1 snap together kit. This is level 3. Now, I'm not sure what makes it a level 3 to the other kits. Maybe it's the part count, I'm not really sure. But this is a big box. This box is, Christ, it's 12 inches tall, just about 12 inches tall, and over 6 inches wide. So it's pretty big. This is bigger than the Hulk, than the Thing box. It'd probably be about, oops, you can't even see. Thing probably came up to about here, you know. But this is a big box. But now, I had no plans on when to build this kit. I was just going to get it and build it in, you know, just in any order. But I had heard through the grapevine that Papa Dan, that's Papa Dan 2, Dan was planning on doing some sort of superhero group build with his grandson Caleb, because he's got a couple of these kits. I think he's got Venom and Spider-Man, I believe, and I think he wanted to do a group build with a couple of the guys. So I'm going to try to save this for that group build should it happen, because I think it'd be kind of cool, all of us building at least a couple of the Toy Biz kits anyway, and then whatever else other people throw into the mix. So let's get in the box and take a look at the parts. Be right back. Okay, so here we are. We're going to take a look at the Toy Biz Ghost Rider kit. Now, at first glance, take a look here. At first glance, you'll notice we got the parts over here, we got parts over here, we got parts over here, and we got a couple over here in the middle. So, excuse me, at first glance, I look at this and it reminds me big time of the old Matchbox kits. Matchbox kits came in usually 2 colors. The larger kits, usually the bombers and stuff like that, came in 3 different colors. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. Not that it really makes a difference, because it'll all get painted, but that's just what I noticed. So let's take a look first. We got the motorcycle. And if you look at a breakdown of the parts right now when it comes to the bike, none of this really looks like a motorcycle at all. But once built up, it's one of those things where, you know, it doesn't look like much, but put part A to part B, and next thing you know, you actually got something. But it's got, you know, it's got a decent plastic. It's not, I always refer to it as that MPC plastic, that really white, starch, brittle plastic. Seems like a fairly decent quality plastic, I guess. No ejector marks on it. A little bit of cleanup required, but you know, But this is going to go together, and this is going to make a couple parts of the bike. I believe it would be like this. Okay, I believe this is your seat in here. We got this part here. Looks kind of like the cylinder heads on the motor. Okay, there's only one of those. You've got his chain. Okay. We've got, I believe these are to be his handlebars right here. That's what I believe those are supposed to be. And then you got the face shield of the bike. Okay. Now I'm not sure when Pop Dan and the others are planning on doing this, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be next week. But that should give me some time to do some research on this and dig out the old comics and see the proper colors and such. But that's pretty much the bike piece. Then we've got the base piece, and the base is in this maroon burgundy type color. Well, let me start with the base itself. Okay, here's your base, and the base is a bit larger than, if you recall, the Thing base that I did recently. A little bit more complex in its design here. If you look, all the things that are embedded into it, you've got wood planks of what's supposed to be, fence here. We've got some skeleton and body parts in here. You've got a skeleton. Okay. Some chain right here. Femur. It's got all kinds of parts. More a lock, chain, and garbage and stuff like that. See, now this base, for me, while I won't say it's perfect. I don't know if it's the way I would have done it. Not that I can think of offhand how I would have, but it's more suited. This looks like a base for Ghost Rider. I mean, this could be a graveyard. It could actually be someplace in hell, when the demonic place that he goes to or what have you. It seems fitting. So I mean, it's kind of cool. It's very big, so I like this. It's going to take a lot more work, of course, than the Thing one did, to bring out all the colors and different things in here. Now, sticking to the maroon colors, we've got the bits and parts for the base. We've got another skull here. Okay. We've got some sort of post and chain here. It's all kind of bent and dinged up. And I believe this is supposed to be some sort of spinal column with ribs and everything. I think that's what that's supposed to be. This one here, we've got another post. Okay. We've got a tombstone. Beloved. We've got another tombstone here. Rip. I think we already did that, right? We did the face, the skull, or this is another one actually. Got part of the neck on it. And another post with chains. Okay, and that's basically the base parts. Whoops, sorry about that. Next, we got the parts that make up Ghost Rider himself. Okay, you've got, in light gray, you've got the front of his, no, actually this is the back. That's his butt. Okay, you got the back of his suit. Alright. Wrinkles, detail, leather, on top of leather here. You've got the front part. Okay. He's got that cool, I don't know what they called it, but his leather jacket's kind of reminds me of the old not Civil War, but cavalry jackets where they flopped over to the side and they buttoned up the side instead of the center. Just kind of like that. That was cool. Okay. So that's his torso. Got a couple pieces that broke loose from the sprue. These suckers had me a little worried. Okay, we got one of his hands here. This one here is going to be the one that's holding the base of the chain. There you go. Okay. Nice work on the hand, the fingers and everything. Looks pretty decent. These pieces are part of his cuffs with the spikes. I was looking for one of these. They were loose, and one of them took me a while to find. I thought I was missing one. Would have been very upset. But that's these two pieces. More bits and pieces. This, I believe, is a leg. Alright. We got his boots. Other side of the boot. And another body part. I think it's part of the leg. Probably a thigh. Not positive. Like I said earlier, this is about 46 pieces in this puzzle. More boot. Okay, you can see the spikes on the boots. These are going to require some cleanup, but really there's not an overabundance of flash or anything like that. It's pretty, it's really not bad. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of fit issues, gaps, just like the Thing had. But like the Thing, I think we're going to be able to work through it. Okay, more arms and legs, bits and pieces here. Okay, his other hand. Cuff. The spikes in it. Alright, and then last, we have these funkadelic yellow parts. And what these are, these globs and blobs, these are his flaming wheels. That's what we got here. This is probably the back wheel. This would be the front wheel. Again, the other side of one. The other. Okay. These are going to be very interesting to paint. I've never really painted fire before, except on a diorama I'd built. So it's going to be very interesting because, you know, if you don't do it right, it's going to not, it's going to throw the kit off. So it's going to take a little research again on my part to see if I can't knock out the right procedure to make this look good. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what this piece here is. Kind of looks like something out of Frankenstein's laboratory, Tesla or something like that. Got the other end of the Tesla or whatever the hell it is. Now, it's funny, these are this yellow color, but these are not glow-in-the-dark parts. They're rather thick. It's a different quality plastic than this stuff over here. Definitely a different type. This here looks like the seat of the bike. Maybe these are the spokes, the forks. Maybe that's what it is. But that's what we got. And lastly, best for last, or anyway, we've got the back of his flaming head. Here you got the skull where my thumb is, and then you got the flame shooting up here, this big spaghetti mess. And I dropped the other piece. And we got the skull itself, the front, the face of our main character. Okay, it's kind of hard to see with the lights and this colored plastic, but the detail looks pretty decent. It's got a nice mold on the head. It looks like a ejector mark here on a forehead, but it's actually just transparent from the back. This is going to be some interesting work, because when these two pieces go together, this seam work here is going to be fun to try to hide. But that's our boy, and I guess you could say kind of like this. That's what it looks like. Now, again, this is a skill level 3 kit. It is the only skill level 3 kit of this series, and it is a glue kit where all the other kits were considered snap kits. Oh, I take that back. Level 2s were also glue kits, but this is the only advanced level 3 kit. I'm not sure what makes it that, maybe just the part count, but that's about it. The instruction is a fold out single sheet of paper. Both sides are on it. The front of it gives us the picture of the model, the drawing, little hints, you know, read this before you begin type thing. It tells us about it tells us who the artist is, which was Ron Lim, and the sculptor was Sandy Cholera. Again, it tells us it's ages 10 and up, 46 pieces, and he'll be about 8 3/4 tall when he's done. When we open this up, we've got the steps. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and the base would be number 5. Okay. Very, very simple, very straightforward. There is no color callouts in this whatsoever. So the colors that you use are completely up to you. And of course there is also no decals for this kit. So it's a very simple and straightforward kit. So the key to this is definitely going to be in the build process. It's going to be very interesting to see how this sucker builds up. So anyway, that's it. Again, I wanted to do this because I know I haven't seen a lot of detailed reviews on this kit. There are a lot of those kits out there, and they seem to be going for some, you know, they seem to be moving. They're not stagnant kits, okay? So that means people are buying them, but I'm not sure that everybody knows what's in the box because, you know, I haven't seen reviews on them. So I hope this helps those of you that are interested in these kits. I'm not going to lie, at least with the first one, it was a little bit of a challenge, but in the end, I thought it came out really well. So I think that this, I'm hoping this has the same path, as in it's going to take a little effort, but in the end, it should work out pretty well. So that's it for now, guys. Until next time, be strong.